No two rooms are the same. I say that in the fact that as Toastmasters, part of this, of what we're trying to perfect, is the ability to give a presentation. And what I have realized over my travels the last year and a half is that it seems like every venue is different. And I'm always trying to make sure, I mean, we come here because it's the same setup unless we're downstairs. We pretty much know what this is going to look like. But if we came in and it was more classroom style, we'd be thrown for a loop and go, oh my gosh, what's going on? But think about if you're walking into a different venue each day or each week, and you don't know exactly how it's going to be set up. And so my tips for the day is to show up early, because you don't know what you're going to walk into. That's number one. Number two is it's set up to what you want. So if I show up early, I can maybe make some changes to the room. If I'm using technology, can I get my technology all plugged in early? Can I get it up on the screen? Can I walk to the back of the room and make sure that somebody that's sitting in the back can still see the eye chart that I have up in front? So show up early, get everything set up, and then go to the back of the room and look from the audience to where you'll be standing and pacing in front. Are you going to be in front of it, off the side? Think about that in advance of. And the only way you can do that, because each room is different, you won't know until you show up, is to show up early. So I guess that's the, if anything you're going to get out of my little tip today, is show up early. The other thing it does is it allows you, once I get everything set up, if it's a brand new audience that I've never met before, or very few people, I can spend a little time greeting them. Because once everything's set up, now I have 30 minutes, because people will start to come in and I can start making some eye contact, shaking some hands, and introducing myself to them. And if it's a brand new audience, I've now started bringing blank tents with me, because they know my name, but I don't know their names. And so if the room would facilitate it, I get out my Sharpies and my tents and I have them put out their name with something interesting on that. So now I got a name, a face, and I can think about who they are as far as that goes. So show up early, greet the folks, and that also kind of warms up the audience, warms up your group. So just a kind of that pre-work of the room. I guess that's what I would say. Otherwise, you're scrambling last minute, and the meeting starts at 10, and you show up at 9:55, and you're still trying to get set up, and it's 10:10, and then everybody's going, what's going on? And everybody's looking at their watch. So be prepared, be early. I guess that was my Toastmaster tip. Last thing I will share, Toastmasters, if you Google tips for Toastmasters tips, there's a PDF that there is 90 tips that Toastmasters has out on its website. And there are some great things in here. I mean, this is a speech in itself. But if you wanted to go out and get that document, there's a lot of information, and I just Googled it yesterday when I knew I was going to be presenting, but there's 5 pages of tips of making us all better. So thank you for that.